Hey, I really don't want to hear y'all voice over my game. I ain't saying y'all got to shut up, but
shit on my room.
EA Sports coverage
let me get that.
National Football
Yeah, let me get
is on the air. Davis, I'm Ryan, and Charles, you look at this Paris team.
Because I was just finna grab it. That's how I knew you had it. I was like, well, damn, where did this go?
Of their last 6 games.
And the way they played last week defensively, you look at the tape, it looks like they had extra guys on the field. They shut down that offense.
Meanwhile, for the Lions here, they come in playing well on both sides of the ball. Winners of 6 of their last 8 games. The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. And this opening dynamic kickoff not going to be returned. It'll come out to the 30-yard line. So here are the Lions now coming out for their opening drive. And they will be led out by their second-year quarterback.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell them, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
Throwing to start the drive. Alexander. That's to Amon-Ra St. Brown. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. Always unfortunate to see an injury, especially this close to the end of the regular season. We'll step aside. On first down, he'll drop to throw. That's caught. It's Sam Laporta. Breaks the tackle. He's got room to run. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Good yardage after the catch. Is that play good for 30 and a first? Straight ahead, Shipley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
Yeah, they held them to well under 200 yards of total offense, and in today's NFL, that's a feat to be proud of, especially with the emphasis.
Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Well, a tough situation to overcome here. 3rd and 17. Back to throw. Alexander. And a pressure gets to him again. Now make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively. And not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
So out comes the offense now with a long field ahead of them. And they are led out there by their mobile quarterback.
If you ask coaches at any level to design their ideal leader of a team, I think they're going to check every box with this guy. He's got the...
And now off to the races, down the right side. Down the sideline he goes. And touchdown. A great play there. His 25th touchdown. Tying him at Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Thunderbirds get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Back onto the field come the Lions for their second overall drive. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Slot man moves right. Now a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll instead run up the middle. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. When you look at this defense, they come into this one way down at number 23 against the run of the NFL.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Looking to throw. Alexander. That is caught. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Alexander. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the first down sack. On the handoff, it's Shipley. Down to the 25. And now it looks like we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a man shaken up. 7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw. Alexander. Oh, this will be incomplete. The rush gets home just as he was letting that go. That could have been worse. Instead, it's 4th down. And his kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
The Thunderbirds offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he continues to be a nightmare for teams to defend in the red zone. You see the graphic. He's 2nd in the NFL in terms of rushing touchdowns by a quarterback. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Kennedy. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. To the air goes Daniels. Escaping the pressure right. Hard throw, incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3-and-out and giving the ball back to their offense.
Daniels going to throw for it. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Up the middle they go. Kennedy. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, 62 yards.
And when he went over 1,000 yards last week, you know what it did for their offense? It gave them a true identity because everyone's going to talk about this. The offensive line's going to take pride in it. Of course, the guy carrying the football will. But how about the coaching staff? When they go in and talk contracts, when they talk to reporters, hey, we had a 1,000-yard record this year. That means something in today's NFL.
27 yards there, a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Play action, now it's Daniels. He'll buy some time right. Throw out right, taken in by Patterson. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. The production sensational here early on. That last catch going to put him up over 100 yards receiving already in this first half of play. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Good first step there defensively, but they're still knocking on the doorstep, so Maybe another run here?
I think so. One of my favorite coaches used to say, son, you can darn near lay down near the end zone and get in. Give me my best power running play with my best back right now.
Daniels going to try the sneak. And he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
The sneak successful from a yard out as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. And Detroit back in possession of the football. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive in with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon.
Well, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
A false start backs them up 5. 1st and 15. Looking to throw. Alexander. And that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Amon-Ra St. Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Lions have got it back to within a score. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes it a 14-10 ball game. Here are the Lions now as they line up and kick this one away. And he will be taken down here as the first quarter of play will come to an end. Second quarter down, it's our home team with possession as they get set to start their drive with a 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line ready for their next drive. Now, right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you?
Well, this is taken in. It's complete.
And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped.
It's a gain of 35. So the ball moves into Lion territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Kennedy. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and 2.
Now Daniels.
And that's complete to McCaffrey. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
Boy, how about the speed with which this offense can get down the field? It's taken them no time at all to get down here, and now they're set up with a 1st and goal.
On the bootleg, it's Daniels.
Rolling to his right. Boy, stays up. And this is going to be intercepted.
It's Brian Branch with it. And the Lions are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. They'll begin on the ground with Steele.
Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown.
Now he's free at the 35.
And all the way down to the 17-yard line. A big play there on the catch and run. 62 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a 1st down in the red zone. Operating from the gun, Alexander. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points. No matter what, at worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And this will be caught at the 30. And all the way in for the touchdown. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Thunderbirds are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. We're going to look at Amon-Ra St. Brown as his offense readies for the next drive. He's done his part, but so far it's been in a losing effort, so they've got to fix something.
But that doesn't mean changing anything, the way they're throwing the ball around and his catches and production. Keep doing that. They're going to have to fix some things likely on defense to try and slow down their opponents.
Well, so far he's north of 100 yards receiving. They'll give it to Shipley. And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
From the gun on 3rd down. Alexander going to throw right side here, complete. And he is going to have a Lions first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down. Back to throw. Alexander. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. The offense on 3rd down, they've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Alexander. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Here comes the Lions punter now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. The home team's offense and Jaden Daniels getting set for this next possession. And he's had things all his way in this first half. The numbers sensational as he'll look to add to them with another drive here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown. Now, their last time out, looking to repeat that. Charles's defense, they were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
To throw is Daniels. They'll roll him out right. This will be caught by Brown. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. 2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Daniels looking to throw. Eluding the pressure right. Fighting this. Oh, what a read on the outside as it's intercepted. And the Lions are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at the 40. Throwing to start the drive. Alexander. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on 2nd down. On On third down, it's Steele. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing now is Daniels. That's to McCaffrey, complete. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the clock will stop with 33 seconds to go in the first half. Third and 3. Here's Daniels. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going to try and throw. He's got his target. That's complete. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. Off the play fake. Daniels. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. A final shot before break. Daniels. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this is caught inside the 5. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And they extend their lead, a little added cushion into the lockers. What a way to finish.
Tremendous way. That's momentum that they carry in with them. Can they convert it and bring it back out to start the 3rd quarter?
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is up to 18 now. Well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. The home team's offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And the numbers have looked good this season. Case in point right here. He is up there among the NFL leaders in TD passes. And strong running there as he's across midfield and down to the 49. This drive starting off on the right foot. 18 yards. Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 49 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
First and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Well, they've been back on their heels a little bit here in this drive, but a chance to exhale just a little bit there with incompletion on 1st down. Now they have to gear up, try and get 2 more stops, and escape this drive.
And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw. Daniels. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Another shot now for this Lions offense. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second. Looking to throw. Alexander. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw. Alexander. Oh, the turnover fest continues. Here's another interception. And the return will stop right around the 25. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. And now they're in the hurry-up. From the shotgun, it's Daniels rolling to his left. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. Give him 9 yards on the scramble there, but it does leave him still a few inches shy with third down looming. Up the middle they go. Kennedy. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. They'll get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. The man in motion is Brown. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. A great effort there with his 14th rushing touchdown of the year. And the Thunderbirds use the short field to get in for 6. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. The Lions offense heading out as we give you a look at the playoff race coming into the weekend in the NFC. Well, with 3 weeks left, they are in one of those 3 wild card spots, Charles, but that spot is not clinched, and there's not a ton of breathing room for them, so bottom line, they just need to focus on winning right now.
Yeah, they totally have their eyes open, don't they? They know they've got teams trying to run them down. They can hear their footsteps. The question coaches ask guys in the locker room, do you have another gear left to pull away and lock in that playoff spot? If so, let's hit it.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Looking to throw. Alexander. In trouble, and he's taken down. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sand. Here comes the Lions punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And it's fielded at the 34. 49-yard punt. 5 on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
They geared up and took the deep shot downfield, but it turned out it wasn't one-on-one coverage. Extra defenders in the area, and that one winds up incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Working out of the gun, Daniels. He's going to go up top again. And this is caught at the 20. And he's into the end zone for the receiving touchdown. A great play there. 61 yards. And the Thunderbirds have taken a 5-touchdown lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. Detroit's offense ready to take over. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
Number 87, Sam Laporta. Available on the play. And the Lions first down.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Oh, wide open is Streets. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run. Here's Shipley. Touchdown, Detroit. Will Shipley, 31 yards. And the Lions are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. Extra point splits the uprights. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Paris offense out to have another go at it. And as we look back at how we got here, you'll notice a common theme in these highlights. A lot of yardage through the air. The passing game has been sharp right from the outset. Now I think we're going to get a timeout here. Yes, a timeout here as it looks like we've got a Lion that's shaken up. They go play action. Daniels sliding out of the pocket. And an off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete.
Barton, I think he's got to be careful as he continues to try to extend plays because he's already been intercepted in this game. And the coverage, they continue to challenge all of his receivers downfield.
He's going to go for a big play downfield. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
After what they faced during this game where they've given up a ton of yards downfield, there has to be a measure of revenge right there for the secondary. They've been shredded throughout the game and finally forced an incompletion.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. They're coming out with a jumbo package to start the drive. Straight ahead, Steele. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now 2nd and 9. They'll go again with Steele. Shreds him with a stick. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A 16-yard touchdown run. And the Lions get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. Well, that drive started with not a whole lot of real estate in front of them. In plus territory, excellent field position. 2 plays later, pay dirt. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Well, this offense headed back out. Captain, of course. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Now a give, right side. It's Kennedy, and very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Off play action. Daniels. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Good work there to force the incompletion and 4th down. Normally, it'd be a quick change for the punt return unit, but this offense has converted twice on 4th down so far, so you may want to double-check things there and make sure they're actually going to kick the football.
He'll buy some time right. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position. A run on 1st down with Shipley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out. Back now here on EA Sports. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. 2nd and 13. Out route, nice throw, complete to Streets. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The 1st down line at the 34 here on 3rd down. Back to throw. Alexander able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is going to have a Lions 1st down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. This offense so far on 3rd down, they've converted a third of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and a mile. And that's going to be too high, out of bounds and incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He's airing it out for Williams. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
And they're going to speed things up here.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
To the air goes Daniels. Out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. He's got a man. Complete. And what a big-time play there. 52 yards. So forget about being backed up. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way across midfield. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. Their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
The Detroit offense ready to begin their drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Looking to throw. Alexander. Going right side here, and that's complete. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down. Now a 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Alexander. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 90 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here. Right back to him on 1st down. And he's going to get it across the midfield stripe into Lion territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. They'll keep it on the ground. Kennedy, and he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. And his fine afternoon on the ground continues. That last run going to put him over 100 yards for the ball game. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
Now a handoff up the middle. It's Kennedy. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Up the middle they go. Kennedy. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 10 more there and another 1st down. Now a handoff up the middle. It's Kennedy. Credited with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Up the middle they go. Kennedy. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. Now it looks like he'll throw here. Steps away to his left. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Jaden Daniels, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Thunderbirds are closing in on win number 10 as they extend this 4th quarter lead. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll increase their lead to 28. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets all the way down.